Good. I'm glad you're ready. Well, hey, what's going on, Revolution Partners? James Zhang here. And today we have the special honor of speaking about somebody that, whether you know it or not, has already transformed your life. If you're in this group, that means that you have been impacted by Cindy, Motherfreaking McKnight, our fearless co founder of the Revolution Partners, the co creator of The Machine. Um, and so many different things. And today is her birthday. What's in your birthday coffee today, Cindy? So if you have not already wished her a happy birthday, be sure to do so because, man, she has really, her and her incredible business partner, Lindsay Yoakum, they've done some tremendous things. But see what she says here. She's helping thousands of normal people get out of their own mother freaking way and live versus survive. Hey, if that aligns with you, put a me in the comments below. I know. So I figured that on her birthday, and wouldn't you know that even on her birthday, she is still actually watching this live as well too. I want to share with you 5 lessons that I've learned from her that have truly impacted not just my business, but my life. And I truly believe that we can take notes on this. And if you take them, even one of these 5, it'll transform your business and life too. So let me start with the story and how I met Cindy. So right now it's August 21st, around 9 months ago. I was checking out my Instagram stories. I was at Partner Co Corporate. We were finishing off a Partners Council meeting, and we were meeting with corporate and the field and doing all types of crazy things. At the end of the second day, looking through my Instagram, I see a story and I see Lindsay Yoakum's name for the first time. We start chatting. If you know the background, long story short, we end up getting on a couple calls and they're looking at Partner Co seriously. We do a Zoom and we're setting this up, and Lindsay's like, hey, I want to introduce you to my business partner. I'm like, oh, cool. Lindsay's awesome. I'm like, who's the business partner? So we end up hopping on the Zoom, and I get a chance to meet Cindy McKnight for the very first time. And I'm like, who's Cindy? Like, I was checking out Lindsay, like, I knew who she was and everything. I'm like, who's this Cindy person? At first, she was a little bit observant and a little bit quiet. And I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what to expect. But the moment she starts to open her mouth and talk about her vision and talk about what she sees happening in network marketing and affiliate marketing, talking about what the downfalls of network marketing are and how we need to revolutionize and what the ideas are and her compassion for people, I started instantly within the first minute, I was like, Cindy is different, right? She is a woman on a mission who's been through stuff that turned purpose into pain, but really had something that was spectacular. So very quickly, we end up on a call with Katie Holt Larson, and then we end up flying out to Puerto Rico to meet with the owners, John and Darren. And I remember it was a quick 1-day trip. Remember that, Cindy? It was like really fast. It was really, really fast. A lot of cool conversations. And as we're in the airport, going back, Lindsay left first. Her flight was first. And then it was me and Cindy hanging out. And they didn't start yet. Right. So I'm wondering, like, conversations are going good. And I'm just getting to know Cindy more as a person. And I just felt so honored to be in that airport terminal. We were just chatting and I was hearing out more about her feelings and her thoughts and everything. And you could tell that she was embracing a new reality. She was embracing the next trajectory of her life. And she knew it's a big, tall order because it's a lot of work to create something significant, right? It's a lot of work to revolutionize something. And I remember leaving that airport terminal, even though I didn't sign up yet, I'm like, they're about to do something amazing. And fast forward, launched January 10th, 7-8 months later, breaking records everywhere. Their top, I don't know how many power rank, I think 16 or something in North America, impacted probably by now tens of thousands of lives. And truly, when they talk about the revolution, they have revolutionized something. They have revolution. That's a very hypey word, but I've seen it and created a system, a culture, a a movement that is something I've never seen before. So let me go through these five real quick. I hope we'll have some fun with this. And as we go through this, let me know if you align, and let us know too in the comments if you've learned other lessons from Sydney McKnight as well too. Number one, first lesson: mother freaking isn't a bad word. Mother freaking is a bad word. Oh. I have a point to this though. Technically, it's not a bad word, right? It's not a four-letter word. But what I've learned from Cindy is she is known, like that's her brand, right? That's her word. And all of us have our words. All of us have things that we're known for. But specifically, I know it's also very intentional, right? Cindy uses that word very intentionally, and it's genius, is what Tony Robbins does. And it's that there are words, there are parts of us that are pattern disrupts. Actually, right? Like I know Cindy will tell you, like it's deeply intentional, right? But it's a pattern disruption. If you are in marketing, you want to be marketable. So instead of trying to be a copycat of everyone else, which in our copy paste environment, especially being online, people are sick and tired of copy paste people. People are sick and tired of the overly filtered, Insta models. Like you don't have to be perfect. What people are looking more than ever, especially in network marketing, is they are looking for authenticity. I put that in the comments below, authenticity. It's so important to understand that every single one of us, you are designed uniquely. Right? I believe you're made in the image of God. I believe that you have unique giftings and talents and everything. I can't be a Cindy Motherfreaking McKnight, nor can you. But she can be the best version of her. Sandy can be the best version of her. Danielle can be the best version of her. So who are you really? If you want to attract a tribe, who are you actually? And what I've learned about Cindy is that you can fully embrace your authentic true self, which means, by the way, that there's good, but there's also some mess in there, isn't there? We all have our hurts. We all have our stuff. We all have our realities that we're dealing with. Jim Rohn said this best, that life is challenge mixed with opportunity. Doesn't that describe our life in business so well? So what I've seen from Cindy so well, and this is why she attracts such people, is she is so authentically herself that she shares not just the glory, she shares the high moments, but she also shares the low. You've seen, if you watch through the launch videos, you've seen that she starts with talking about your why that makes you cry. She starts with talking about her conversation with her hubby on not being able to fund for her child's Caltech tuition. And she's like, no, we can't have this. Starting with your full authentic self, which is really hard to do. But when you do it in an intentional, empowering way, you will see how you will cut through the masses of copycats and you will be able to attract your tribe. So lesson number one, mother freaking isn't a bad word, but more so it's being authentically you. If you're still with me on this, if this is clicking, put a 1 in the comments below. I've learned a lot. That's helped me. Thank you, Cindy. It's allowed me to step more into who I am, truly. Number two, I've also learned that you have to know who your people are. Who are your people, Stephanie? Who are your people, Monica? Who are your people, Blair? There's a saying that if you aim for everyone, then you're going to get nobody. You're going to get no one. And one of the mistakes I've made in marketing is I try to capture everyone. We got a product. Who here believes our drops can help a lot of people? right? It's the best product in the world. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs our business. Kind of, yeah, they do, but we're not trying to serve the world. You want to serve your people. And if you've heard Cindy at all, put in the chat, by the way, do you know who Cindy serves? She has one word she uses all the time. I study success, guys. Like, what's the word that describes the type of person that Cindy McKnight loves to serve? Does anyone know? I'm curious. Does anyone know? There's one word in particular I'm thinking about that she does serve. The underdogs. Blair got it. Yep. See, Blair knows. The underdogs. She says this over and over and over again. She knows who her people are. Do you know who your people are? Now, your people don't have to be the underdogs. I think where we get confused is we think, well, my leader, that's who they serve. So is that who I serve? Should I copy it? And you can go along with that if you're aligned with that. But that's not exactly always the case. In marketing, some of the biggest questions we have to answer is, who do you serve and how do you help them? Right? Who do you serve and how do you help them? And we start general. We serve the world with our body balancing drops, right? But you can start to niche down. You can start to define more. If you know her partner, Lindsay Yoakum, who does she serve? On social media, it's women under 40 that gain weight easily. That's who she serves, right? Who do you serve? When you have deep clarity on who you were called to serve, everything else is formulated around that. The systems that Cindy's created are around the underdog. The machine was created for the underdog. I remember when we were in Puerto Rico together, Cindy and Lindsay were practicing their presentation that they were about to present to Darren and John Wadsworth, our co-founders and owners. And right away, Cindy said, we are building this for the underdog. We are building this for the mom that's got a baby attached to her hip and another kid at her ankle, at her feet, and just super busy, overwhelmed, needs an extra $500 a month, doesn't have a big social media following. And from that true north, they create everything. Right? Cindy, I study you, Cindy. Cindy's like, yeah, you got this, right? But who do you serve? Who do you serve? Here's a hack. And this is from Rory Vaden. Rory Vaden is a founder of Brand Builders Group. I went through his program. And he's helped launch brands like Ed Milet, if you know Ed. Lewis Howes, School of Greatness, like incredible people. And here's the hack that he had. I hope you get this. You are best qualified to serve those that you once were. You are best qualified to serve those that you once were. So think to yourself, who was I? Think to yourself, where was I? Where was I frustrated in my business? Where was I frustrated in my life? Where was I stuck in my health? What was something big to me that I overcame? When you start to ask yourself this question, then it's going to start giving you the right answers. Cindy said, every time we create a tool, script, etc., we ask ourselves, will this work for the underdog? If the answer is no, we don't release it. So, question, who were you once before that this business, this product can impact? Type in the chat some words about who you were. So for me, for example, I've done deep reflection because I see how someone like Cindy is so on it with this. I was the 19-year-old broke college student that was shy, that was introverted, that never thought I'd be able to make any money in network marketing. Right? That's who I once was. I was also, and then I have another part, we have phases of this, right? I have another part, which I was a frustrated Christian in network marketing that was frustrated by the world's ways and I wanted to win God's ways, right? I have a couple different things that I understand about me. And that's where my messaging comes in now. But that's for me. How about for you? Who are you called to? You are best equipped to help them because you've been there, done that. And you don't have to be a million miles ahead, by the way. You just have to be a step ahead. You just have to have overcome it just a little bit. Okay. That's crazy that Cindy was shy and introverted. Shauna was a person who needed to make an extra 1,500 to make ends meet. Wow. No wonder why she's an officer now. She knows where she was. She knows who she's called to serve. How about you? I'd highly encourage that you reflect on this and really get this down. Once you get this, there's so much clarity. Okay, lesson number 2. Know who your people are? Put it to you in the comments if you're still with me. Lesson number 3. Lesson number 3. Partnership is powerful. Partnership is powerful. In our business, it's really simple to go about network marketing as a solopreneur. Because let's be real, people are messy. We're messy. We all fall short. We all mess up. We all hurt each other intentionally or unintentionally. It's just a mess. Anyone that's married or in a relationship, you already know it's a mess. You got kids, it's a mess. Like it's messy, but it's beautiful. And in business, it comes from top down, from Partner Co, being better together. The idea of collaboration and partnership sounds amazing. The idea sounds powerful, but to do it well requires deep intentionality. To do it well requires sacrifice. It requires dying to you and being willing to entrust with someone else. It's hard, but when it's done properly, it's amazing. If you know Cindy and Lindsay, they were in each other's organizations in the past, in their experiences. When they decided to partner with Partner Co, they made a unique decision to come together in one entity, in one position. And they're literally 50-50. Like, they are such a partnership. It's literally in ink. It's literally in contracts. So they joined together because they said, we value partnership. Now, that's scary. Because what if the other party doesn't pull through? That's scary because what if all these different scenarios happen, right? But they trusted each other enough and they knew the power of collaboration enough where they're like, I'm going to get over that. And we're just going to invest in the collaborative better. Okay. They are basically married. It is literally in ink right there, right? So how do you partner though? Whether it's legally binding or it's just in collaboration with your leaders, your partners, your people. Who here would love a tribe of amazing, self-empowered leaders that are expanding their businesses around the world? All right. Put a me in the comments below. Like, if you like that. If we would like that, and this is what Partner Co is doing so well, this is what Cindy does so well, they're huge on collaboration. Collaboration is hard to do though. What are some things that I've seen that they do to actually make partnership work? Number 1, clear upfront expectations. What's up, Lindsay? If you want partnership to work, you need to have clear upfront expectations. What do things mean? How should we handle things when this happens? And even looking at worst case scenarios. She is not scared. Cindy is not scared to say, hey guys, I love this, but I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. In this situation, for example, here's an expectation you can give. We're going to partner. We're going to work together. In the circumstance that you ghost me and you go off and I don't see you on our calls, I don't see you in our group anymore, how do you want me to handle that? Or in the circumstance when we have a leader situation, do you want me to come to you or do you want me to wait for you to come to me? Right? Just knowing and thinking about these worst case scenarios, not because you're expecting them, but because you want to be ready up front. And for the honor of the partnership, you can have expectations. The biggest issue in business is mismatched expectations. It's when You expect something of someone else, they're not doing it, and then you harbor this frustration and this like angst in your heart because you're like, they should have done this. Well, you didn't talk about it. So if you didn't talk about it, if you didn't make it clear, we can't expect something. Right? So be very clear and always reestablish expectation. Always continue to get on, always get realigned. Another thing that's helpful with partnership. Partnership means that you're giving up your personal self-interest and your priority is the interest of the collaborative. Marriage is I have me, now it's we. What are we going to do to help us, not just myself? Partnership is the same thing too. So you cannot go into a partnership with a priority of self-interest. If you're the type of person that goes into a partnership and you're always thinking, what's in it for me? How do I benefit? Me. That's not a partnership, sister. That is a parasitic, toxic relationship. So how do you change that? Prioritize we. We have to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. So when Cindy and Lindsay come together in a partnership, they think what's better for the common good? What's better for our families? What's best for the organization? And yes, there's things that I got, and I've seen this multiple times. They have emotions and feelings. They're human beings, but they've chosen many times to not avoid, but to quiet their emotions and suck it up to do things that they don't feel like doing because they know it's better for the common good. Does this make sense? Put makes sense in the comments if this does click so far. It's such an important part to have because the world trains us to be individualistic. The world trains us to only care about ourselves. I don't think we're wired that way. We're wired to be together. And yes, it's messy, but it's powerful when you do it. Makes motherfreaking sense. Exactly, Courtney. You got this. Okay. Number four. I got to go through this quick. There's money in the mess. One thing I've seen Cindy do over and over and over again, and this is a big difference of leaders that move fast and are able to pioneer. If you want to be a pioneer in your family, if you want to be a pioneer in your business, you have to retune. You have to be a little bit crazy, to be honest. Most people, when they look at a business, what they think is this: when situations and circumstances are perfect, then I will run. The leader understands first, that's never going to happen. It's biblical. There's literally no such thing as a perfect situation. The leader knows and actually is excited when there's mess. When they see the back office messed up, they don't complain. They say, opportunity. Let's go fix this. Let's go figure this out. When they see that something is off in the business, boards doesn't work for one day. When they see that there are objections they never saw before, when they see that there's a situation, a prospect situation, a teammate situation, and it's a little bit icky. The leaders, someone like Cindy says, there's money in the mess. Let's go figure this out. That's where you got to lean in. That's where the opportunity is. As entrepreneurs, we get paid for solving problems. So instead of shucking, is that a word? Shucking? Passing on the baton, passing the buck, instead of shirking, I think that's what I'm looking for. Shirking responsibility of solving a problem on someone else. Own it. Say, this is my problem. This is my problem. When you say, let's go figure this out, not, hey, blah, 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 here's an issue, here's a problem, period. Leaders say, here's a mess, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? Such a big difference in mindset. You do that, you solve problems. You do that, you become valuable. You do that, you become a leader. And that's what Cindy's done. And that's why the team is exploding. That's why our business explodes, because people know her as someone that solves problems. Are you someone like that? Are you someone that is willing to lean into the mess? Because I'm going to be real. Business is messy. Life is messy. Beauty is messy, but it's great. It's powerful. It's rewarding. So if you're willing to get money, if you're willing to adopt this mindset, put in the chat, money in the mess. Money in the mess. And I'll go to my last point. The biggest one of them all. Out of all the 5 lessons, if you only get one, I believe this is the one that'll transform your life and your business the most. You have the best systems in the world. You can know who your people are. You can be authentically you. You can partner. You can do all that. But if you don't have this, you miss it all out. Paul says this in the Bible. He says you can have all these giftings, but if you don't have this, then it doesn't matter. Does anyone know? There's one word that I'm looking for. Put in the chat if you know the one word. If you don't have this, what's that one word that is the most important if you want to have a deeply transformational, impactful life? You need to have this if you want to win. Okay? The person that loves the most wins. The person that loves the most wins. Above everything else, what I've learned and seen the most from Cindy Motherfreaking McKnight is she loves you. She loves you if you perform. She loves you if you do nothing. She loves you if you're in her business. She loves you if you're not in her business. She loves you if you hurt her. In fact, she actually loves you more if you hurt her. Because the reason why you hurt is because she loves. But what I've learned the most, and it's challenged my character, to be honest, it's challenged my heart. Because when I see how Cindy is with her heart with other people, I'm like a bad person because I don't love people that much. Like, I'm like, wow. But love is transformational. And what is love? Love is unconditional. Love is a choice to say that I just choose to love you regardless of how you treat me. Now, you have boundaries and all that, of course, but it is a condition of the heart to choose, right? And she's willing to tear down barriers. She's willing to overlook faults. She's willing to just love you for who you are. She's willing to disconnect performance from love. It's a non-conditional love. It is just because I love you because you're a human being. I love you because you're just like me. I love you because I'm an underdog. You're an underdog too. I love you because I just love you. Whether it's on her social media posts and being a human being online. She comments on so many different people genuinely because she loves them. Whether it's with her partner, she talks about her partners all the time. In fact, I very rarely hear her talk about herself. Very rarely. So it's about this person and that person and this person and that person. She loves her cross lines. She loves the company. She said that she will take a bullet for Partner Co. Like she loves so much that it can also cause harm sometimes because you love. There's a mix of the gift, right? But you know what? Love is messy. You know what? Love is risky. There will be times it will backfire on you, but more often than not, it will always land you into the right place. So if you choose love regardless, that is going to be the most attractive thing in the world. It is what the world is lacking right now. Here's a saying: that which you do not love, you will have no authority over. That which you do not love, you will have no authority over. So if you want more authority, if you want more influence, if you want more engagement on your social media, if you want people to listen to you in your business, if you want to go manager and unlock the comp plan, if you want to go officer, chairperson 5,000, if you want to do any of that, are you willing to love more? If you do, you're going to win big. So here's 5 lessons that I learned from Cindy Motherfreaking McKnight, who's just turned 25 today. She's de-aging. She's doing awesome. Motherfreaking isn't a bad word. Be authentic. Know who your people are. Partnership is powerful. There's money in the mess. And the person that loves most wins. I'd love to know, what have you learned from her? Put it in the comments. Let her know. Like, really showcase to her honor and respect and love and happy, happy birthday. We are so proud of you, Cindy. You have deeply transformed me and Becky's life because of who you are. Like, seriously, there's only so many people in my life that have made a deep impact in such a way. And it's so amazing because we're partners. I mean, you're in our team, quote unquote, but really I view as partners. And yes, you're in our team, but really, I just want to let you know we look at you as a friend, we look at you as a family member, we look at you as a partner, and honestly, also look to you as a mentor. You've taught me so much about hearts, about so many different things. And I deeply thank you for making me a better human being. So, guys, let's wish Cindy McKnight, our fearless leader, co founder of the Revolution Partners, a happy birthday. I hope some of these lessons impacted you. And the best give back to her, by the way, is taking this and paying it forward. I hope you're running for the $1,000 giveaway. I hope you're getting your entries in for launching yourself or helping other people launch. I hope we're driving to manager and above so we can celebrate at PXP. And thank you once again, Cindy. Other than that, everyone, love you all. Have a great one.